Hello, this is the easiest way to solve the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. In order to solve a 4x4, you need to already know how to solve a 3x3. If you do not know how to solve the 3x3, I have a tutorial on that which will be linked in the description down below. Go and watch that first, and then come back to this one. A general overview of the steps that we are going to be taking in order to solve the 4x4 is first we're going to solve all of the centers on the puzzle. Just like this. Then we're going to be solving all of the edges in pairs just like so. Finally, we are going to solve the puzzle just like a normal 3x3. 4x4 notation is just an extension of 3x3 notation. You have your normal R and R prime and U prime, but now you also have little letters. So a little r would mean to take the inner right slice and turn it clockwise, just like that. Similarly, a little r prime would mean to take that slice and turn it counterclockwise. If you see the letter W next to any letter, it means to take two layers together and bring them up. So r wide would mean to take the right two layers and bring them up. R wide prime would mean to take the right two letters and bring them down. Similarly, if you see something, so for example, if you see something like little r u wide 2, it would look like this. Little r u wide 2. The first thing that we have to solve on the 4x4 is going to be the center pieces. So let's start with the white center. We need to build one center, which is each of the four pieces. So there are four tiny white centers around the cube that we need to put together. All we have to do that is find two centers that are on adjacent sides. So this one's on the top and this one's on the front. Then we're going to turn them so that both of those centers are in the bottom right of their respective faces. So if this was up here, you would just bring it down like that. And similarly, if this was up here, you just bring it down like that, so that they're both in the bottom right. Then you would do this algorithm. R wide, U, R wide prime, to bring it up like that. So let's try that again. We have a white center here and a white center here. So we're going to do R wide, U, R wide prime. For the last center here, we're going to put this in the bottom right. And whenever you get this little L shape, turn that into the bottom right as well. Almost like an arrow. And then do the algorithm again. R wide, U, R wide prime. If you have a centerpiece that is on the bottom and not adjacent to any sides, then all you have to do is put it in the bottom right and then just bring it up to one of those sides. R wide, U, R wide prime, and then you're free to solve it like normal from there. Bottom right, R wide, U, R wide prime. Now that we have the white center, we're going to flip the cube over and we're going to solve the yellow center on the opposite side. This is because the similar colors on the cube are opposite. If you look at a 3x3, you will have white is opposite from yellow, red is opposite from orange, and blue is opposite from green. The 4x4 does not have a definitive centerpiece, so we're going to have to build them ourselves. So the yellow is going to be going on the opposite side of the white. We have no centers on the top here, so we're just going to put this one in the bottom right and do our algorithm like normal. R wide, U, R wide prime. We have two centers on this side, and how we can manage that is just to put each of them in the bottom right, one at a time. So bottom right, R wide, U, R wide prime. Put this in the bottom right, R wide, U, R wide prime. We can put this one in the bottom right, and then put our arrow in the bottom right, R wide, U, R wide prime. And now we have the yellow center. The next center we're going to solve does not really matter, so we can just pick any one to start with. My favorite color is red, so we'll start with the red one. And we can put it on the top here. So we can do bottom right, our algorithm, bottom right, our algorithm, bottom right, and then our little algorithm to get the next piece. After you do the red center, then you need to do the blue center, but it has to be specifically right here, because you can put opposite centers on the wrong side. If I were to put the green center here, the puzzle would not be able to be solved. It has to be like this: red, white, and blue to the right, which is exactly how you can remember it. Red in front, white on top, and blue to the right of that. So I know that this center needs to be blue. With that in mind, I will build the blue center just like so. Bottom right, our algorithm. And we have no blue centers here, and it's on the bottom. So we'll just bring it up using our algorithm and then solve it like normal. There. And let's make sure our color scheme is correct. Red, white, blue to the right. Yes, it's correct. After doing those centers, we need to make sure that we do similar colors opposite. So we know that this is red, so this one by default has to be orange. So that we know orange goes on the top, we can put the arrow in the bottom right, this piece in the bottom right, and then do our algorithm. And now we have all of our centers done. In order to solve the edges, we're going to pair them together one at a time. First, we need to find two edges that are exactly alike, such as these green and white ones. So there's a green and white one here, and a green and white one here. First thing that we need to do is put one of those on the top right here, and we want the other one to be directly across from it right here. So we can move this around until we get it directly across from its matching edge, just like that. And then we can do this algorithm. U wide prime, R, U, R prime, U prime. We're going to rotate this way, and then do L prime, U, L. And then we're going to slice back with U wide. And we can see that that built the edge together. Let's try one more. I have the blue and yellow edge here, and I have this other blue and yellow edge, but it's upside down. So what I can do is I can put this one on the top, right here on the top left, and we can move the other one around to get it directly across from it like that. If you do get them across from one another on the bottom, just flip the cube over. And we're going to do our algorithm again. U wide prime, R, U, R prime, U prime. Rotate, L prime, U, L, and then we can slice back. And now we can see that that edge is solved. We're going to do this with all of the edges until they're all completely solved. If you did that correctly, all of your edges should be paired up just like this, and there shouldn't be any loose edges anywhere. They should all be in pairs. Now you can continue to solve the 4x4 just like the 3x3, because each of these basically mimics the edge on a 3x3. So if we think of these two edges as this one white and blue edge, we can use that to build a cross on the bottom side. Just like that. Just like a 3x3. The problem you may have is that one of these edges is flipped like this. See, these two are flipped upside down, so this cube is not solvable. If you have an edge that's flipped down like this is called parody, and there are two parody algorithms that you will have to memorize for the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. The first one is when two edges are flipped together, and how you will solve that is just like this. R wide, U2, you're going to lift the cube up, R wide, U2, R wide, U2, R wide prime, U2, L wide, U2, R wide prime, U2, R wide, U2, R wide prime, U2, R wide prime. And you can see that that flipped the edge to where it was supposed to be. The other parity algorithm that you may come across is when two edges are swapped. It may be these two, on the front and the back, but it may also be two right next to each other here. Either way, you're going to do this algorithm. Put one of the edges that is not solved in front, and you're going to do u wide 2, small l2, u2, small l2, u2, small l2, u wide 2 to solve it. Congratulations, now you have solved the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. If you liked the video, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.